All right, so we're here with the official KOTC Global podcast, bro. I'm your host, Elder Zavala, president of KOTC. I'm just saying stuff. I founded KOTC with my brother Brendan.
Co-founder BZ.
Yep, man. We run the ship. We run a tight ship. And this is our first podcast today. And so, what's going on, bro? How you feeling today?
I'm very appreciative for being here podcasting for the viewers.
Letting them in, King of the Court a little bit more with. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be letting the audience and fans and hopefully potential fans of King of the Court, let them get a little bit more context and what's going on in the game.
Needs an understanding.
Yeah.
Players, fans, everyone.
Yep. So do you want to go through a run through of what King of the Court is?
Definitely. Yeah. So King of the Court is a known game in the basketball world. You see it as a drill and camps. And 4 people is our format. We use 4 people. It's 1v1, 1v1 in rotation. Competitive game.
Yep. We try to make sure that the standard of skill level is at professional. I was actually explaining it to Dad the other day, telling him that every game we've played, the next game we try to make sure that the talent level was even higher.
Right.
And so that's what we're about. We're about competitive and entertaining games. In fact, that's our motto. We want to be the most competitive and most entertaining basketball league in the country. Obviously, it's a different dynamic than 5-on-5.
Yep, for sure.
You want to tell them about some of the dynamics we got?
Well,
the different dynamics.
I could tell you for sure it's not for everybody.
Straight up.
You got to be able to hold your own weight, get buckets. We don't want to see nobody with 0 on the board, nobody with 1.
You got to be able to get a stop, too. You have to be able to get a stop. You see, ain't nobody here to bail you out with team defense. And there's nothing against 5-on-5 because,
we love 5-on-5.
Yeah, that's the original. That's what taught me basketball is 5-on-5, right? Yeah. So it's not that we're saying it's better than 5-on-5, but it's a different dynamic, different things required.
Yeah.
One thing we've seen is great offensive players not be able to get their points because they can't get a stop.
Right.
You have to be able to get a stop, as many stops as possible.
That's the only way you get in the ball is if you get a stop. It's a rotation. To get on offense, the player you holding has to miss.
Right.
Or
so
you get a steal or you get a block.
Facts. And so this is what we do. We go games to 15. We just added a 15-minute clock. So first person to 15 or the clock runs out, win by 2. So you have to win by 2. We do 2s and 1-pointers. And a unique thing we do is we only have 1 referee at the moment. So to make up for the lost angles that the referee's not able to get, we give the players 3 foul calls for themselves every game. So each player gets 3 foul calls per game that if they call it is non-debatable, it's their ball as long as they got touched, as long as it was some type of contact on the play. You can't just shoot the ball, not get touched, and call it. We're not doing that, But we hope everybody plays with honesty and integrity, and upholds integrity in the game.
Mm-hmm. These guys playing hard out here, man. They playing hard. They trying to win it, not just for the money, but to prove that they're the best. To prove that they're the best basketball player and that their practice has paid off.
That's a fact. So we want to talk about the goals of the game. the goals for us. For me, some of the goals for King of the Court would be to amass a big audience, to be able to enjoy the games, whether that's on a streaming platform like a Netflix or Amazon, and let me not say and for us to be able to sell tickets to have these games go on. We want to be able to have NBA players play, D1 college players play. And I'm talking about D1 players that are at the main schools, like the big schools that you see on TV, the Dukes, the North Carolinas, U of H. Don't forget we said that. Shout out to U of H. Shout out to Houston.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's a goal for me for sure, is to make sure that talent level.
Oh yeah.
Is D1 level. Pro level, D1 level. We already got pro level, but there's a difference when you can start getting lottery picks to play. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
I like to see guys come out here with not those fancy accolades or the big huge accolades, and come out here and still whoop a guy or beat a guy in D1. That's D1. A guy like Christian, I think he could take somebody to D1 for sure. Humble him real quick. Nice slice of humble pie.
Facts. So those players, for everybody that listens to Jadakiss, that's that player that he was saying on that song, Why? Why is there a dude up north that's better than Jordan that didn't get his chance? I'm never going to say nobody's better than Michael Jordan. That goes for everybody. LeBron. But there are players that can literally drink like out of a bottle of Brown, aka Bonnet Bandit, drinking Cavassier during the game, getting in the rotation and just murking everybody. There's players that can do stuff
Dropping
like
buckets.
that, bro. Yeah, there's players that can do stuff like that.
A thorn in your side.
Yeah. So you want to have, we give those type of players a chance. You see, our eye test, we do a little bit of scouting. We look at highlights, or we'll go and see somebody play in person, and our eye test is pretty good.
Right.
Yeah, our eye test is pretty good by now, so we'll be able to scope those guys out. So
yeah. I like checking out the street cred too, man. Through Instagram, YouTube. I like to see players that we follow already that are liking these people posts or commenting. To me, that shows that other players recognize him that we recognize. We recognize real.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
A lot of the basketball now goes off people's opinions who don't really have too many accolades in basketball, but they study stats. Like, they study statistics, they study the NBA, they listen to every talk person that quote unquote matters, and they come up with their own opinion. A lot of narratives in basketball, especially in the NBA, start like that. But that's why, shout out to all the NBA players that have their own podcasts. Those podcasts do really good because you're getting the perspective of somebody who's at the highest level. But you also have people who have not played in the NBA but have that basketball knowledge. They've played with a lot of NBA players, or they've played with a lot of just
trainers.
Trainers, guys even players who have been playing for years but never made it to the G League level or the pro level or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They play. You know what I'm saying? So we like to listen to players who know what's up with the game, who understand the game, and have credentials in the game. Was there any other goals that we wanted to tell them about? Any other goals of King of the Court? We said we want to be on streaming platforms. We want to be able to have a stadium or arena.
Right. Consistency is key for me, always. When you have consistency and growth, you always have something to look forward to. Just seeing different players, different characters, different type of play styles, different matchups, might have some rivalries, jerseys. I'm excited for all that, man. I'm excited for the journey, Just appreciating journey and being in the basketball world, man. We always been in the basketball world, though, in Houston, but now we can expand out to Texas and further out to other states and countries.
And that's a fact. Texas is such a big state. It's basically its own country, that there's a lot of hoopers in Texas that we would like to give a platform to showcase their individual skills, offensively, defensively, their personality and
they're gonna
charisma.
Represent all the way.
Yeah, they're gonna represent where they from.
City, Texas.
Yeah, who they hang around, who hit. Their family, all of that. And so we do that in Texas, but we also plan on expanding to other spots in the country: California, Florida, Chicago. And and hopefully we are able to have these players play against each other, and we'll structure it and format it to the point where we'll have the best players playing the best players.
Right. Yeah. One of the specific goals I can say, very, very specific, is Isaiah Thomas playing in one of our King of the Court games. That'll be awesome.
Isaiah Thomas, former Boston Celtics star.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to Isaiah Thomas.
Big fan of his game, man.
Yeah, shoot, man. I wouldn't mind. I told you the other day, I wouldn't mind seeing Carmelo Anthony play and his son play.
Sure.
And his son play.
Definitely.
They got a bag.
Yeah.
His son got a bag.
I don't know if his son will be able to win, but he can get some buckets.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It'll be tough to play grown men, but he got a little bag though. I seen him play. He got a little bag.
Once we get the high school,
he got the mellow bag.
Once we get the high schoolers going, I'm sure he'll dominate the high schoolers. What's the difference between pros and high schoolers? From what I see,
I believe that there are high school players that can keep up with grown men. It's not too many.
LeBron James. LeBron James in high school.
That's different though. I mean,
there's some
guys that's ranked in the country that, like Chris Johnson, that played at Elkins. Now I think he moved to Florida. I think he can keep up with some grown men. I'm not saying he about to dominate. I don't think he gonna dominate.
Right. Keep up with,
but he can go get him some dubs. So I'll break down one more thing about King of the Court. So we go by a series. So today we have a game, Chandler Jacobs versus Christopher Wilson. That's Wilson by 1 on Instagram. Chandler is C.Jacobs3 on Instagram. Another guy named Christopher Hainskill Pull-Up. And Dave, I don't know Dave's last name, but his Instagram is Dave Elite.
Right. We
have 4 players playing today. Everybody ranging from 6'4" to 6'7". Some guys say they 6'3", 6'4". So we'll say 6'3" to about 6'7". This is going to be a regular King of the Court series. First player to win 2 games wins the series. And so in a series, you have, like in the NBA playoffs, you have a Game 7 that's the highest it can go. Well, for us, it'll be Game 5. Our Game 7 is a Game 5. Right. That's whoever wins takes all. That means every player would have had to win 1 game. And then whoever wins that last game wins the series. And so we have King of the Court tournaments as well, where we have 16 players participating. And we'll go off like 15 minutes in the first round for each game. So we'll group them by 4. So it'll end up being 4 games in the first round. 15 minutes for each game, going to 21. So either they're going to get to 21 first or the time's going to run out. The winner stays up and the winner goes to the championship round. So that's how we format our series and our tournaments. And we also format them by height classes. So we have a 6 foot to 6'3" height class. We have a 6'4" to 6'7" height class. And we also have a 5'8" to 5'11" height class.
Right.
So we go based off height classes, and so far we have one person who can go into either height class depending on, who's playing. That's C with a capital. That's Bonnet Bandit, aka City. He's able to play in basically both of those height classes.
Right.
Yeah.
The tournament is next month, July. It's the next tournament, July. We're gonna get $500.
Facts.
So people want that.
So people want that. So let's get to what's going on right now. So what do you think about today's game, bro?
I like to draw me a little pie chart, put percentages on there. I'm a statistics guy. I like numbers.
So who we got playing? We got Chandler, Wilson.
Chandler Jacobs.
Plays in Spain.
His last season played in Spain.
Played for Dallas Baptist University.
Went to Elkins, our high school that we went to.
Facts. Averaged 20 points per game at Dallas Baptist University. His senior year was a Defensive Player of the Year. Went to Colorado State. They went to the tournament. Didn't he have like a game-winning layup in a March Madness tournament with Colorado State?
He had a game-winning layup.
Sure starting.
Right.
All right.
Then we got Wilson, winner from last game, Chris Wilson. Great competitor. He's gonna be difficult to stop. I can tell you right now. These experienced guys.
I think he's 36 years old. I think he's 36.
Man.
Yeah. Consistent. Got a consistent jumper.
Yeah.
Simple. He don't do too much at all.
Yep.
Very strong.
Oh, yeah.
Solid.
You can tell he do push-ups. Test him.
Yep. We got hang skip pull up. That's his Instagram name. Name is Christopher. Very shifty player. Lefty shooter. He's fading away, stepping back.
The shot is dropping.
Yeah.
The shot dropping on in.
Yeah, he got a nice handle on the ball too.
The other day we played with him Tuesday. He was making shots on double teams, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he does against
he's a hooper.
each player. Yeah.
I'm interested to see what he's gonna do for sure.
Yeah,
he's definitely a hooper. Yeah, he got the instincts. He got the experience. I think he's 35.
And a love for the game, man.
But he could move for a 35-year-old too. Like he must do he must do some. He said he works out 2 times a day, 5 days a week.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah, he must do some yoga or something. Like for real, because he's pretty shifty, bro.
He's got a healthy routine for sure.
Yeah, he pretty shifty. And then
he posts his meals too.
Oh, he does?
And I look at that and I go, this is doing something for him. Energy. Hey, man. I appreciate it.
He be posting his meals?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
What did he post?
Check it out, man. Might give us some ideas. Definitely gave me some ideas. I can't think of it right now, though.
Last but not least, we got Dave Elite.
Dave Elite, man. He played in February. Lefty, 6'7". He's been experienced playing a lot of basketball, man. He got some great moves, man. In his bag.
Tallest player in the game.
Tallest player in the game, so that's an advantage. He's got the reach. Could look over you. Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. Got a well-balanced shot, too. Has a nice, cool jumper. He likes the turnarounds a lot. He likes to do turnarounds a lot.
Those are deadly.
Turnaround fadeaway. But I would say those are tough shots to hit, though. So, although that seems like his where he get his money at, those are not high percentage shots.
You don't think so? He's the tallest player.
He's the tallest player.
He got to feel him on defense.
It's an advantage, but it's an advantage because he's the tallest player and he has a nice high arc shot, well balanced shot. It's an advantage, but bro, turning around and shooting the ball, bro, that is not easy like it seems all the time. You know what I mean?
True. Yep.
That's not easy as it seems. It's not as easy as just a face up jumper, in my opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But predictions?
All right. What you got? Yeah, what you got? You say you had a pie chart, right?
Yeah, let me. So this is what I got. I got Chandler, 40% chance of winning, which is majority. And Wilson, I got 30% chance of winning. He won the last game, so he could still get this dub, in my opinion. That's 70%. So the last two guys, I got them split 15% each. 15% each chance of winning from what I see.
15-15.
Yep. So 40-30, 15-15.
So you got
Chandler
Chandler with the highest chance of winning. 40% chance of winning.
40%. Yep.
You got 30% for Wilson, and then 15% for Dave, and 15% for Hanskip.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm gonna give my take.
How you feeling?
I think Chandler is an 80% chance of winning. No disrespect to other players, but I just think that highly. I just think that highly of Chandler's game, bro. He reminds me of a 6'4" Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him play too much.
He's a smooth mover.
He's cutting people up, right?
He's smooth.
And he don't waste dribbles, though. So the way he dribble, he doing nice dribbles, bro. He's shifty with the dribbling, but he's not doing too much dribbling either. So it's like
he ain't doing the most.
Yeah, you got we got 10-second shot clock.
10-second shot clock.
I think that's
plenty of time for him.
For somebody like him, I think that's plenty of time. He don't have to limit his dribbles. And he has a great shot, great jumper. Listen, he has an 80% chance of winning in my book.
Ooh.
I think Wilson has a 10% chance of winning. And everybody else has 5% chance of winning. That's not an indictment on their skill level. I think that everybody that's playing is good. Yeah. But I just think that Chandler is that nice.
We say here a lot often, there's levels to this, man. And we just going off what we see for right now.
All right, I'll switch it. I'll switch.
You feel bad, man? Don't feel bad.
I feel bad, but I give a little political answer. My political answer is 70% Chandler. 70% Chandler. 15% Wilson. Yeah, and the other percentage is to Dave and Christopher. Now, I do think I ain't gonna lie, Christopher's an X factor, bro. Hanks could pull up. Yeah. He's an X factor. And Wilson. I mean, Wilson, like you said, you got him at a 30% chance of winning.
Yeah.
You only got him 10% under Chandler. Wilson is nice like that.
He is, man.
I think
I wouldn't want to guard him.
That's because I know he can get a stop too. I don't know if
he's trying.
Yeah, I don't know if Hanks pull up can get a stop like that. We'll see. This is first time playing. And with Dave, I don't know if Dave can score consistently. That's what his problem is for me. But I think Dave can get a stop. He has a good defensive stance. I was talking to City about that not too long ago. He has a good defensive stance. He analyzes a person's tendencies.
Who does?
Dave.
Dave analyzing?
He tries to see if people can go right or left. I noticed that about him. And he shades them to.
But that would be great.
He shades them a certain way.
Hey, that's
he tries to play
pick
to
up
it.
On.
That don't mean he plays them right perfectly every time, like Kawhi or something. But he's at least analyzing it, trying to make an adjustment.
Stay observant.
Right.
As a defender, you have to be observant. Learn your offense. The guy you're holding, whoever you're going against, try to learn them as quick as possible.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I'm not a defense. I'm not a defensive player, defensive analyst, or nothing. I look at the offense, and I'm a fan of the Rockets, so.
Not worried about defense if you're a Rockets fan.
Well, it's not that. It's just that, after a while, you see a team like the Warriors, killing your team for a while, you start to feel, okay, bro, just switch everything. You start, when somebody killing you, you're going to learn defense. That's the only time I talk about defense, though, is when we're getting killed. Other than that, I'm not really paying attention to defense like that.
Ain't that crazy?
This is the defense. Brennan's a defensive specialist.
Defense wins championships, man. Think of all the teams that won a championship. Which one of them wasn't like that on defense?
The Nuggets.
The Nuggets on defense?
They're not great on defense.
They some hustlers, though. Like, sometimes
they want to win.
You don't have to be, locked down. You don't got to be Gary Payton or Dennis Rodman. But if you hustling, running around.
Your effort.
You coachable. Be coachable. Matchups. Get you a good matchup. You can have somebody being dominated in the matchup, and that could change the whole game. Really.
Patrick Beverly became a real defensive weapon because of his effort.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything extraordinarily defensive, for a defensive advantage other than his effort.
He knows how to do certain things. You know, he know how to get around the screen. He know how to. His help defense is really slept on. Help defense is really slept on. Of course, we know that a big man, you know, the big centers, the big guys, they got to help out. But you got a guy that can help defense like Mike or LeBron or even Devin Booker. He's good at help defense. Kevin Durant.
So, but all that is fueled by effort. I feel like that's the battery.
Yeah,
that's the battery. It's the effort. You know what I'm saying? You said 15 minutes left, or
Till after press record again.
Okay, cool. All right. So let's move on to the last game. The last game, which Wilson, who's playing today, he won that game versus former King of the Court champion or winner, Noel. Highlight reel, Darius, and who's the other person that played?
Reed,
my guy Reed. I'm tripping.
Right.
And Reed, who is a great shooter.
It was a good battle for sure. It was a good battle. Wilson stayed consistent the whole time, man. The other guys, they had games to where they were off. But Wilson doesn't seem to be off, man. I'm gonna chunk that up to experience. Like we keep saying, 36. Been doing this for years, 10 plus.
Yeah, he got a nice shot.
Years.
He displayed his shot. He also showed me that he uses his strength actually.
Oh, for sure.
He actually uses his strength. He gets in the offensive post, and he understands how to. Use his shoulders and turn his shoulders, and seems like he has a strong core. He's able to keep balance when he fades away.
Right.
And so I think that's like you said. I think it's about how he was being consistent with it. I think Darius had a good chance to win though. Darius likes to take difficult shots. He wore the number 24. Usually people who wear the number 24 and want to be like Kobe, they usually like to take difficult shots. They might not even know they want to take difficult shots. That's just how they play,
He's just feeling it out there, just flowing.
He got it, too.
I like it, though.
Yeah, he got it.
Look good.
Highlight reel.
Man, that third game.
No dunks, highlight reel.
That third game, man, they was getting buckets, man. I can't wait for y'all to see that third game.
Yeah,
that third game, the game was whoever won. It was it by 1 point?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Two. I mean, win by 2.
Yeah, win by 2. So it was like 17.
Not going to tell y'all who won
15,
game 3.
14, but it was a close game 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
So game 2 and game 3 are going to drop together. That's going to drop, I would say, Monday, June 12th. That's tomorrow for right now. From right now, that's tomorrow. And game 4, which is the last game, should be dropping by, I would say, Friday.
Great.
Friday, yeah. So, that game was really good. We inputted a new. It made us input a new rule.
Right.
Actually, a couple new rules. One of the rules that we had to input after that game was 15-minute clock
15
for
minutes.
every game. 15 minutes. If it go past 15 minutes, then game over. Whoever is up at that time, at that point, wins. Unless it's
And naturally, you have to have an overtime because of that.
Right. You may have to have an overtime if it's a tie game. But yeah.
Better have endurance.
Yeah.
Have endurance.
And so I think that's why somebody like Noel has won a couple of these games already. That's Chill Deuce on Instagram. I think that's the reason he wasn't able to, because he won game 1 and he looked great in game 1.
Yeah, man.
He looked like he was going to 2-0 them in game 1 low key, like the way he came out. If Noel's not making his shots though, I said like if Noel's making his shots, he's a tough player to guard because he can pull up on you from deep.
He's a threat.
He's a threat
for sure.
I think that the time that he had. So the games were really long. Noel had to find something within himself to win. He just couldn't get it. He just couldn't get it. That they said he told us his legs were tired.
That game 3 though, man, they was battling.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
When the behind the footage come out, y'all gonna see how many times each guy hit the floor. It's a physical game, man. This is a physical game.
This is not. Shout out to NBA, but this is not NBA type fouls, touch fouls. You can get a little physical, and yes, you can even call your own foul. So we give you a chance to call your own foul. We give you 3 chances to call your fouls per game, but it is a physical game. It's not like, you know, somebody tap your elbow while you driving to the basket. It's probably not gonna get called.
Most likely not. Yeah.
Right. So they
go ahead and call it though.
Go ahead and call it. You got to be strategic.
Yeah. Use those timeouts. I think one of those games, Noel didn't call any timeouts.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's all about, but
pride.
If you want what's in the pot, you want the money, the $200. If you want to be crowned, you need to call a foul because they are fouling you. They will foul.
And if they see you not calling the foul, they're gonna foul you some more.
Exactly. As a defender, I could tell you right now, I'm be like, thank you. Get up on you. Yeah, man.
But
great series overall, man.
Sorry, man. This is right here.
Hey, Reed could have won the last game. That could have been our first time seeing a game 5. We haven't seen a game 5 yet.
We have not seen.
That's gonna be a historical day. But for the first time ever, someone Wilson, you know, he didn't win game 1, but he stayed on, man. He stayed on it.
They know Wilson won. It's okay, bro. We've said Wilson won already. We ain't gonna tell you which games he won, but he won. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
We saw that game 1 he didn't get, but dang, he could have got it, man. He had 12.
He's a great player.
Yeah.
He's a great player.
Today y'all gonna see, man. I'm talking about 80%. Today we gonna see.
Wilson, don't get offended, bro. I just think that highly of Chandler's game, bro. That's all it is.
We feel it.
Yeah. No, he's gonna get offended. That's okay. I didn't mean to offend you, but look, you can be able to.
He'll see this after the game, though.
Yeah, you'll be able to play. We'll be able to play in a 5-on-5 game probably. And you shouldn't hold me because I'm much shorter than you. But if you do hold me, try to stop me. Try to block me. You know. Yeah. I don't know, I'm pretty smart though with the basketball. So
man, forget all that. He might be 40.
I'm gonna know he want to come after me probably. So I'm gonna make good decisions.
Hey man, that's a guy that can put up 40. I'm pretty sure I've seen one of his posts on Instagram to where he got 40. I think he had like 10 threes. You make 10 threes in a game,
nothing to play with.
You're going to be getting on people's nerves.
Yeah, he ain't nothing to play with. All right, so let's move on to the next games coming up. So we got the game today, which we've already talked about. We also got a game at the end of June. We're not sure if it's going to be June 18th or June 23rd at this point, but it's going to be at the end of June. We got Christian, Bonnet Bandit, playing.
He's back.
Yeah, he's back. He's playing. We have another guy, Ryan Carter, supposed to play. Brian Battles, I think. No, not Ryan Battles. Who was supposed to play? Oh, C. Dell. Nothing is.
We got these guys confirmed.
Right, it's not guaranteed.
Talked about it.
It's not guaranteed yet, but basically we're just saying
C is back.
Yeah, C with a capital will be playing in this game, and guess what? He's gonna be playing once a month, at least every month, and some months gonna be twice. He's gonna play, so you're gonna be seeing much more Bonnet Bandit.
It's always good to have the Bonnet Bandit back. You know, we love to see guys with that competitive energy get turned. You know what I'm saying? If you hit him in the face something or too hard of a foul, it's up. Like, it's up for you. You love guys like that.
Yeah, he gets turned up. He's tough to stop, tough to guard.
Both sides of the ball.
Yeah, two-way player. So, you know, he's exciting to play. He has a lot of charisma. His personality is Good for the camera for sure. The camera loves him. He's liable to hit 5 in a row whenever.
Right.
Like
You need that in King of the Court.
Yeah, I'm not. If you can go on a streak in King of the Court whenever, you're gonna be tough to stop, especially if you can get a stop. And that's one thing about him. He can get a stop to the point where it intimidates the defensive player, like where you shooting, you get a good setup, you give a 1 or 2 moves, maybe even a step back, and you shoot it, feels good, and he blocks you like your jump shot, not even your layup. Like we should do a count one day of how many jump shots he didn't block.
That's a heart crusher right there.
And he's, according to him, he's 5'10". To me, he's 5'11", 6 foot at least. But
yeah, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that height. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out real soon how tall you are.
We're gonna figure that out. That's a mystery for right now. But somebody his height is not supposed to be able to block as many jump shots as he does.
Yeah, he's blocking guys taller than him.
So he's getting stops, and then he can ring off 5, 6, 7 in a row, and you gonna get turned, but you're not surprised. If you see him play, you're not gonna be surprised. So that's what King of the Court is about to me. Is if you can get a stop and you can go on the streak at any time, you one of them.
Yeah.
You're one of them.
You could tell he has a feel for basketball, man. You could tell. The first time he ever came in, you could tell right away.
Right away.
He didn't even talk to me the first time. I was like, oh yeah, this guy is he's serious. Just warming up. Locked in.
Now I remember that first game he played, Cozy. Brennan was watching the game, and bro, Christian, like, I'm talking about every time, not every time these guys touch the ball, but almost every time they touch the ball, he blocking it or stealing it or he on the floor. And Brennan, one time, bro, dude drove to the basket and he fell. He might have fouled him, but he fell grabbing at the ball. The ball came out and the guy recovered and he tried to go up and he slapped it out of his hand. And then the player, Brennan was like, oh, like, bro, this is crazy. Like,
hey man, that's not supposed to be happening like that.
And these players are not bad players. Like, you know, they can go to LA Fitness and get them like 4 wins in a row, probably, especially with a decent team. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that same guy was on our head about a month ago. He ran everybody off the court. The same guy he shut down. Like, he's shutting down people like that. That then, you know, got buckets on you and you question yourself like, am I a defender? am I a hooper like that?
I'm getting a bucket on him, no.
No.
On Javon. That's what we're talking about.
Javon, yeah. I thought you were talking about C.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, C is different. Yeah. I got some buckets on C before.
Bring out that footage.
City, you know I done got some buckets on you, bro. Stop playing. I done got a couple buckets on him.
And that just shows his mercy. You know, that's why I like this guy, man.
Hey, bro.
I be catching him being merciful, too. I be like,
nah, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, nah.
Put this guy away.
Hey, Christian do be showing grace sometimes, bro.
Hey, shout out to him, man.
Straight up, he showed grace to Moon.
Maybe that's his sportsmanship.
No, straight up, let's tell the truth, bro. He straight up showed grace to Moon. Game 2, March 19th, Moon, which is a very good player out of Louisiana, plays with Next Chapter. Straight up, bro. Moon came over here. He got him game 2. If you watch that game, Christian took his foot off the pedal. Let's just be honest, bro. He took his foot off the pedal.
You would be able to tell.
If you watch the full game, Moon was probably, if Christian didn't take his foot off the pedal, Christian probably would have beat them 2-0. Because remember, his first player to win 2 games. Christian probably could have 2-0'd them, but he took his foot out the gas. So yes, Christian does show grace, but yeah, Christian gets enough praise from King of the Court. You know, he's gonna be playing at the end of June. He's playing 2 games in July, playing in the tournament in July. So people are gonna be able to see him play a lot coming up.
Yep, we're waiting on more people to test him to get a bucket. I love seeing people get a bucket on him because that shows that you can get buckets. If you can get a bucket on Christian, I automatically respect you. Like, I'm talking about more than 1 bucket.
Yeah, it's gauging your offense.
Yeah,
that's a good gauge on your offense, good test on your offense. He does it to some players before every game, you know. Yep. And
Hey, we'll
street
see if
clothes.
he,
And street clothes.
Hopefully he tests Chandler today. That would be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Won't last 5 minutes, but that'll be a good warm up for Chandler.
Word. So let's move on to the next topic. Cozy, how much long we got on the? Say that. So not only is this a King of the Court basketball podcast, but it's just in general basketball podcast. So obviously in basketball right now we got the NBA Finals happening.
Yes,
Do the Nuggets play today or tomorrow?
it's tomorrow.
Nuggets
Game is
play
tomorrow.
Game 5 tomorrow.
June
The series
12th.
is
Last
3-1.
game of the series.
Okay, well,
Tell you right now, the Nuggets putting them away, man.
you got the Nuggets. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't care if they playing in Miami. I don't care if they playing in Denver.
Well, tell us how you think the series is going, man.
Man, this dude Jokic, man, he's spectacular out there, man. Dude is he's the general, and he got Jamal Murray. Like, guys, Jamal Murray is the second guy on the team, and Jamal Murray he be going crazy, man. So they're a good unit. They tough, man. You seeing what they do in these series? They swept the Lakers. Swept them.
I got
Come
a
on
lot
now.
to say about that.
Yeah, man. His playoff run, I'm not crazy if I say Jokic is the looking like the best player
In the league.
since this playoff run. Yep. After seeing his playoff run, I would not hesitate to say he's the best right now. Too much of a threat, man. Big threat. Both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I agree.
I love Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that. I think you're wrong about Game 5, though. I think the Heat have
Oh.
too much heart. Jokic twisted he sprained his ankle the last
Did he
game.
sprain it or did he twist it?
Whatever. It's gonna be. It's swollen. It's swollen.
Okay.
Okay. It's a little swollen. I'm
That
sure.
might help the Heat.
Right. Jamal Murray has that. He has that court burn on his hand. That thing is deep too. It's nasty.
For
So
real?
basically, MPJ better have a good
I
game.
need to start getting on Twitter.
Aaron Gordon is hooping though.
Really?
Aaron Gordon hooping,
Yeah,
bro.
he is.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, he is.
But I remember seeing him on the Magic, like, yo, he cold. And when they traded for him, I was like, oh man, yeah, they're one of them now. They're one of them teams. Just
I
that
already
Jamal
knew
Murray
about
was
that,
hurt.
man.
Yeah. I think Jokic got hurt in the last playoffs too, didn't he? Didn't he get hurt last playoffs?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, Jamal Murray was coming back from an injury too, so they weren't ready.
Did he
but
play last year, Jamal Murray?
yeah. Wait, did he play last year? Am I
think
tripping?
He played it last year, man. We saw a lot of Bones Highland. I believe Morris was still on the team. This is
It's his first time back.
Jamal Murray. I think this is Jamal Murray first year back.
Wow.
Back since 2020.
Yeah, but
He had some heat to let go.
Yeah. Well, MPJ and Aaron Gordon have to have a good game, and they've been doing well. Oh, MPJ was struggling a little bit, I think, for the first 3 games, but Aaron Gordon's been pretty consistent. He picks up the slack, but I think that the Heat are gonna win Game 5 strictly because that's just their mentality. They don't go out too easily. They probably sense some weakness already. And Jimmy seems a little banged up with his ankle too. But I think that they can get it to Game 6. And then I think after that, probably the Heat will close it out. I mean, the Nuggets will close it out Game 6. But I expect for the Heat to win Game 5. The Heat, they had a hell of a run, man. They had a hell of a run in the playoffs. They did well. I ain't gonna lie, they got lucky against the Bucks. They were not gonna beat the Bucks if Giannis didn't get hurt. Straight up.
Interesting.
If Giannis didn't get hurt, they would not have beat them.
The Heat seem to have the formula though against the Bucks. They always give a Bucks the toughest time, man. They give him a tough time. That might be their kryptonite. The Heat
Yeah.
get over on the Bucks a lot. It's not luck. I don't think it's luck.
I mean, but Giannis got hurt though this time. I know what you're saying though, because they get
That boy
Giannis.
Giannis get hurt every year in the playoffs. Almost.
The way he plays is very reckless, but you're right though. The Heat do have some type of kryptonite on Giannis. They tend to make him do a lot of charging fouls against them and like trap him,
Yeah.
collapse on him. Really,
If
really
Giannis
great.
has a good team around him, he got the right mindset right now, he should be learning a lot from Jokic right now. What's going on? Because he's showing the weaknesses that can be in a defense, no matter how good your defense is. You can't play 2-3 on him. Like, remember, he played 2-3. There's no way you could play 2-3 on the Nuggets. Like, they shutting that all the way down. Like, they tearing that up. So they had to switch to man. You know, Bam had to do the best he could. Jokic, but Jokic. We'll see tomorrow, though.
So what do you think? What do you think that the Heat did that the game that they won to contain Jokic? What do you think they did? Because I think you had a strategy that you believe could.
I had a strategy.
Not lock up Jokic, but slow him.
Not locking him up.
Right, slow down the team in general.
Slow down the team. They wanted him to score. They wanted him to pull out a 60 ball or a 70 ball. They wanted to see him get all the shots going. I think he only had 4 assists.
Facts.
So it showed on the stats that he did a good job of, playing the passing lanes, discouraging Jokic from sharing the ball as much. He had a great game, but that looked like to me that was the plan. And like you said, before the game happened, that was my plan too, a similar plan. Shout out to Eric Spoelstra. He does a wonderful job analyzing, checking out film, switching matchups, rotation. He's a film guy, man, so I understand what he's looking at. I'm a film guy too.
Yeah. I think that. Well, what do you think happened then with the games following? Then why is the Nuggets still having their way? Do you think? What do you think is going on?
This guy Jokic, man, he's a threat, man. He gets to the good spots, his spacing. He knows his teammates' strengths. He makes his teammates look like all-stars, man. He makes his team better, man. He just makes his team better. Just like LeBron made his team better. Just like Mike make his team better. Jason Kidd. Like, this dude is 7 foot. He's passing. Yeah. Triple doubles, man. Like, he can get 20 assists in the game.
Nah, for sure.
Especially if MPJ on. And KCP. Everybody's shooting right.
So we got a question that came from City, and he wanted us to ask each other: Is Jokic having the most dominant performance, big man performance in the NBA Finals ever?
Boy, that's a tough question. I'm 25, so. There's been a lot of great players, man. But I did say this the other day in my car, just in my head. I was like, this guy, Jokic, got to be the most dominant big man we've seen since Shaq. That's how I feel. He's been the
more dominant than Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard got offended not too long ago.
Shout out to Dwight, man. I remember.
Yeah,
he was sending them balls, like man. That. The basketball, he was sending them to the crowd, blocking it, dunking.
Game-winning
alley-hoops, but it's
on Tim Duncan. I already dunked on Tim Duncan.
That. You watched that recently?
No.
That sounds like something
I'll never forget that. That's really, bro. He dunked on that man to win the game.
Like that, man. I remember his physique too.
Yeah, shoulders crazy.
The way I looked like Superman for real with his physique, man. It was crazy.
Facts.
But Jokic, I was telling Cozy earlier, man. His weakness is ball handling. And it doesn't even matter though. It doesn't matter because he knows that he don't need to dribble down the court. He don't need to do no extra dribbling.
Facts.
But that's his only weakness. I can't sense any other weakness in there. I'm not out there playing against him, but yeah. Man,
Cozy says that Kobe ended Dwight's career.
His career's still going.
He won a championship. He's Cozy. He won a championship, bro.
We all remember that clip, though. I can't tell you exactly what he said, but
Dwight.
It woke me up.
Dwight is one of them, but yeah, he's not on the level of players like Hakeem Olajuwon, Jokic.
Yeah, he had his time though, man.
Yeah, he had a run though.
He stopped LeBron.
Is it
from going to the championship.
Is Dwight
Magic?
Is Dwight Howard better than Patrick Ewing? That's around the level he's at.
From what I've seen, I'd say yeah. From what I've seen, I'd say yeah.
That's high because Patrick Ewing was one of the centers with Hakeem Olajuwon. He wasn't fucking with Hakeem Olajuwon. That's right. I cursed.
Dwight Howard.
Nah, don't let mom see this.
But Dwight Howard
better than Patrick Ewing.
Give him huge props for stopping LeBron get to Kobe to play him in the finals, man. So we had to
2009.
Shout out to Turkoglu too. You know that team was
that's
all
prime
around
LeBron.
Great team.
Turkoglu.
That's prime LeBron though.
Yeah, Turkoglu was on that. Rashard Lewis, Jameer Nelson,
good coaching.
Stan Van Gundy was a good coach.
Mr. Gundy.
What was the original question? Oh yeah. So basically, is Jokic having the most dominant performance in the NBA Finals?
But before that, Dwight Howard, yes, over Patrick Ewing.
Yeah,
for me.
Man.
I'm sorry, New York, don't come after me. You might have to bring me up to the knowledge on Patrick Ewing, but
I agree though.
I pick Dwight.
No, I agree. I think Dwight's over Patrick Ewing all time.
Yeah, man.
I agree too. But
and just imagine that era though. Like Dwight Howard actually might break somebody's body if he playing back then in the 90s.
Shit, Shaq too.
Yeah, Shaq, man.
So that leads me to the answer to that question: is Nikola Jokic the most dominant big man, having the most dominant performance in the NBA Finals for a big man? No, he is not. Shaquille O'Neal, I don't care if Shaq can't, if you foul Shaq, he gonna 50% chance he gonna miss the free throw. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he can't shoot a three. The way Shaq used to just dunk on people and put them in the rim, that's what putting them in the rim literally probably came from, is Shaq.
Right. Yeah.
The way Shaq put people in the rim over and over again, and Shaq had, low-key, Shaq had vision. Like, if you give it to Shaq in the post and they double team him, if you cutting or if you in the right spot, he gonna get it to you.
Yeah, for sure.
But he might just put all three people that's triple team in the rim too. Bro, the real talk, the impact of that, and
moving you.
Facts. He's moving you out the way, bro. And you fouling him.
Yeah.
You're fouling him. You know what I'm saying? So the impact on a grown man's mind and morality of the game, when another grown man puts you in the rim the way he did, I'm sure some guys will get, that will affect some of their play. You know what I'm saying?
Or they might just try to fight you.
Who's trying to fight Shaq, bro?
Rodman, Charles Barkley.
Rodman tried to fight Shaq.
They wasn't trying to fight him, but they was like, I'm not scared of you.
Rodman,
they tried to display that they was not scared of this guy. They tried.
Well, yeah, you got to. You have to.
That's what I'm saying. Either it's that or your morale is going to be taking some hits.
Facts.
But dude like Dennis is like, all right, bet I'm fouling out today. Not today.
See, Jokic has no weaknesses, like you said, on offense other than dribbling. That's barely a weakness. But I just the way passing is great. Shout out to Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, and Jokic. Passing is great. Penny Hardaway. It does not have the same effect emotionally on the defensive player. Emotionally on them getting dunked on, bro. Bro, some of them players I would not be surprised if Shaquille O'Neal made a grown man cry before by making him look crazy in front of the hole.
For sure.
I'm sure some of his, I'm sorry, excuse me, let me not say that. In front of probably some lady friends that he had, I bet there were some players he made cry before, tear up,
yeah.
I cannot believe this.
I
man
remember
got me
losing to
crazy.
someone, and I was so surprised how they was beating me. That day I broke a cup, and it was one of Mom's cups, and I was scared for later on. But yeah, Shaq will do that to you, man.
Especially a defensive player. Defensive player.
He could actually shoot. A hook shot is a shot. Hook shot. He can shoot. Let him get to a spot. You're going to knock it down. Then he was on Kobe's team. Kobe, you're not getting the ball every play like Shaq should be getting. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So I would say no. I would say Shaq, but you say Jokic is the most dominant.
No.
You're not saying yes to that.
I'm saying I don't know. because I got to think about, like you said, Shaq and Hakeem Olajuwon is always on my mind. So Hakeem Olajuwon is Hakeem Olajuwon.
He made Shaq look crazy, right? They forwarded him. They forwarded him.
Shaq had to admit, like, oh, this guy, he's different.
Shaq not gonna get mad at you if you say Hakeem Olajuwon's better than him.
Yeah, Shaq won't get mad at you for that. For sure.
I don't think.
Even if I told him straight to his face, I gotta pick Hakeem over you, man. He gonna be like, well. Hey,
yeah, he's one.
Olajuwon, he blocking people. I mean, this guy had quadruple doubles, man. Not a quadruple double, but quadruple doubles. Who else is saying that?
Not Jokic.
Maybe one day. Hey, Jokic,
I'm tired of him, man. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm tired of Jokic, bro. Like, he make the game look too easy. Fuck out of here, bro. He too good.
America, right?
Yeah, I don't like that. See. Okay, I like Jokic, but I'm just tired of him a little bit, man. I don't know. Like,
he'll do that to you.
Yeah, he'll do that. I'm just glad he's not playing the Rockets because I would really hate him. That's the only reason. That's rest in
anybody
peace.
Against the Rockets, this guy hates you. He's going crazy.
Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. I did not like Kobe his whole career until the last game he played.
Rockets fan talking.
Yeah.
Rockets fan.
I mean, he used to kill the Rockets. He used to kill the Rockets.
Put a nail in the coffin.
He would block Yao Ming, 7'6". He would block Yao Ming. That would piss me off more than anything, bro. That would piss me off. If blocking somebody or dunking on somebody like that, that would send me through the roof, bro.
And Shane Battier got as efficient as you can get on defense. He's putting his arm almost in this guy's face, and Kobe's
playing mind games with him, playing chess with him. Because Shane Battier even said, he knew that by putting his hand in Kobe's face that Kobe would take that as a challenge. So instead of driving to the basket and making it tough on him like a blow by, he was playing mind games with him. But he would still beat us. Yeah, he would still beat us. But that last game against Utah when Kobe got 60, I was cheering for him.
Right.
I was cheering for him. It was a big deal.
Yeah. I was getting my hair cut.
Yeah, so maybe
I was like, this is really over.
Maybe Jokic will have that. Maybe when he retires, I'll that last game of Jokic's career, I'll cheer for him.
Well, I appreciate him right now, and my game, even for my game, how I play basketball, I could pick up some things from Jokic, man. Even Bam, pay attention, man. The Jokic is showing you how to do it. Jokic and Bam have a similar game. They have a similar gameplay, man.
Height difference, though.
Yeah, the height difference and, athletic ability of Bam. But they get to the same spots. The passing with the screen, like Draymond. Like, there's a few guys doing that league, and it's usually guys that seem like they have pretty good IQ. Watch out for Jeremy Sochan with the Spurs. Spurs, man, they looking scary again.
So before we get to that, so we're just gonna end it like this on that segment. You got the Nuggets closing out the Heat tomorrow, Game 5.
They're very capable of it, and I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah.
Okay, I'm saying the Heat are gonna push it to a Game 6.
Bring it, Jimmy. Bring it.
Yeah, Jimmy.
We want to see you bring it.
Gabe Vincent gonna be there.
Gabe,
he gonna show up. That boy, that guy shows up. And Duncan.
A lot can change from the first quarter, man. If I see Jimmy hitting some buckets that, we all see the spots he gets to. If he's getting to those spots early, that'll be great.
One thing like Cozy.
Yeah, I'll stop it.
So getting back to what you were saying about the Spurs, they made a big. Well, they haven't actually drafted Wembanyama, but obviously they're going to draft Wembanyama. What you thinking about how the Spurs going to look this year?
It's just a great organization, man. You could never look past them. For the past few years, they've been at the bottom. But Wemby's rookie year, if he can just stay healthy, man, he's in good hands, man. He's in good hands with Greg Pop and the rest of their team there. Like I said, another guy on the come up is Jeremy Sochan, hustler, defense. He got good IQ all around. So that's a good guy to be around.
Can he shoot?
On the court. Can he shoot?
Yeah.
if he works on his game, he definitely can develop a deadly shot. But yeah, he can shoot.
He got a little bit of
He
shot.
shoot like slightly better than Draymond, so he can knock it down. Don't leave him open. But driving, you seen him dunk on people though before, right?
I
seen somebody. I saw somebody like almost grab his face while he was dunking on him.
Yeah.
He's got the athletic ability for sure. That whole Spurs, you got Tyus Jones, little brother, Jones. Can't think of his name right now, but he's showing that he has good IQ and he can make plays happen for sure. So they got a squad. I'm watching them.
I tell you what, I don't know nothing about the Spurs. I haven't been watching them since Tim Duncan left. So Wembanyama's going to bring a lot of attention to them that they haven't had for a long time. And I wonder how Popovich is going to play Wemby, because Wemby is untraditional basketball. He's 7 foot, 7'5", 7'4", 7'5".
Something crazy.
Point guard. Bro, I'm not saying he point guard, but like he can bring down the ball. He can play every position basically.
Yeah. Put him there. Just put him in.
Yeah, he has capability to play every position. And I don't think Popovich or most of the NBA has ever seen a player like that other than Giannis. But him and Giannis have he can actually come off a pick, off a screen and hit a three, pick and pop, a moving shot like a fadeaway shot. Get the. So I think he's in a good position. I
can say that I've never looked forward to Greg Popovich's coaching. You know what I mean? Like
see what he gonna do.
To the Spurs, but yeah, like I want to see how good of a coach he is. Like, is he finna like completely turn these guys around, or are they gonna end up being 9 seed or 10 seed this next year, and then the year after they're gonna be better contenders? I'm interested in seeing what how he gonna handle this.
It depends how committed Greg Popovich is to still coaching. He looked like he was close to retirement before this, but now he got Wemby. Yeah, now he got Wemby.
Gonna catch Phil.
Yeah, he might turn up and he might catch Phil, exactly. So looking at Wembanyama in the league going forward, man, he's projected. A lot of people. I'm not saying a lot of people. I've seen people talk about him having the potential to be the greatest player of all time. The last player they said that about coming into the draft was LeBron James. And, I mean, they were basically right. He's not better than Mike, but he's in the conversation. Wembanyama looks like he has the assets to become the best player of all time.
Yeah. You're forced to say that, because I don't like to say that too loosely, but obviously the guy's 7'3", 7'4", something tall, and he's getting buckets. He's making shots. So you're forced to say that. I don't really like saying that he has potential to be the greatest player ever, but it's obvious.
Yeah, it's just weird to say something like that, but
seems early.
I think that Wembanyama he's an example of what the NBA is going, the next evolution for the NBA going forward. You see, from the 50s to like the 80s, from the 50s to like the 80s, the NBA was like the start of basketball almost. They was there in that stage where guys didn't carry at all. There was a strict rule on carrying, so they dribbled a certain way. A lot of guys shot the ball like somebody who has never played basketball before. And people weren't shooting long range jumpers. And then you hit that next evolution in the 90s and the 2000s, where players are able to shoot a little bit more, they're able to dribble better. Guys are shooting three-pointers. Yeah, a little more flashy. Then you hit now, where we at now, where guys' skill level is through the roof. Obviously, some things have been lost in translation, like basketball IQ and
team basketball,
setups, posting, more post-up offense. But obviously, skill level has just evolved.
Right.
So I think Wembanyama is a representation. People like him, Giannis, Luka, Embiid, Jokic. I think crazy. I just named all overseas players, but they are the representation of the evolution of basketball, where I think that the NBA is eventually going to have a floor. Like, the shortest you can be in the NBA, I think eventually is going to be like 6'4", 6'5", like the shortest you could be.
Without them saying it, right?
Right. Without like 6'2" being like, because Donovan Mitchell's only 6'1", I believe. That's the way he plays is really crazy.
That's ridiculous.
He's 6'1", he play like that.
That sounds like a lie.
But it don't. But it doesn't get publicized like that. I think at one point, when we get to a point where if somebody's 6'3", but he's a star in the league, he's going to be put on a pedestal because he's only 6'3" and he's a star. And he's a star of the league.
Props.
Right. I think Wembanyama is going to be the like that turning point in the NBA where a lot of these players are finna get very tall. The guards are going to continue to be taller with more skill, able to do more things, more capabilities. And if you're 6'3" in the league, eventually it's going to be like, well, who can you hold? Because your opponent is 6'6", 6'7". You're the guy you're holding. It's going to be tough for you to hold him.
How quick do you see that happening?
I see that happening in the next 10 years.
Next 10 years?
Yeah, next 10 years, I could see where the shortest player in the NBA is gonna be like 6'2". You know what I'm saying? Like the shortest star in the league is gonna be like 6'3", 6'4", straight up, bro.
Saying there's no bias inside this. You just feel like this is gonna happen within the next 10 years. I
Well,
say bias because that would be good for King of the Court. And I don't want to think of it like that, but
actually, I thought about this before King of the Court was birthed.
Wow.
Yeah, straight up.
King of the Court, Texas.
Yeah, King of the Court Global, before it was even birthed. But no, it's not bias. It's just looking at human evolution too. Humans overall are getting taller and getting bigger. Well, in America. Right, for sure. And I mean the stars of the league right now mostly are European or from another country. And they're getting bigger. So I just think that the way the NBA is going it's going off evolution. The players are getting bigger. They want to play like guards. You know, everybody wants to play like a guard. Hopefully, you know, one thing, I hope the impact of Jokic makes big players want to play like big men again. A lot of the big men nowadays want to play like guards. They grew up wanting to play like Kobe. They grew up wanting to play like Allen Iverson. And I hope that Embiid, but mostly Jokic probably got a bigger impact than Embiid. I hope Jokic's impact is going to be people want to play like a big man again, get in the post, get some post moves.
Can you think of more big men than those two that's getting buckets in the post right now? There's not too many.
It's not too many. I want to say Karl Anthony Towns, but he really want to shoot threes.
Nah, yeah, he claimed that he the best 3-point shooting big man, right?
Ever. Like Dirk Nowitzki never existed. All right. Cat, you don't shoot better than Dirk Nowitzki at all.
Hey, you're close.
Close? I mean, he could shoot. He could shoot for sure.
He can shoot, yeah.
Bro, Dirk,
I would like to see him I'm
a Rockets fan. You watched a lot of Rockets games.
Nah,
We've seen Dirk tear us apart, bro.
I really respect Dirk.
We've seen him tear us apart.
We talking about 3-point shot right now?
I say that out of anger. I remember.
Are we talking about all around shooting or 3-point shooting?
No, all around shooting off the pick, shooting the fadeaways.
Dirk was different.
The turnarounds, if he do a pop, the 3 pop, like you know what I'm saying, pop out for the 3.
Fourth quarter in the playoffs, I'm definitely picking Dirk.
I'm picking
That's
Dirk.
For sure.
I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. That's one thing I'm tired. I'm tired of the disrespect on Dirk Nowitzki's name. Like, bro.
Yeah.
Dirk
Was
bro. Dirk is probably top. Dirk's better than Charles Barkley. Dirk is top 5. I'm taking him over Charles Barkley. Stop disrespecting Dirk Nowitzki. Every time I listen to these podcasts and they say, who's your favorite big man? I never hear nobody say Dirk Nowitzki, bro. And I listen to podcasts, a lot of NBA podcasts a lot. These NBA players don't even be saying Dirk. Like, yo, what's the beef with Dirk? Like,
I can't think of nobody else with number 41 that was going in like that. And he was one of the tall ones doing that early. 6'11".
For sure.
Consistently. You know, you got guys that can shoot like Okur and and the other tall guys like that. But Dirk, I see a lot of Jokic and Dirk. I mean, Dirk and Jokic, man.
For real?
They get to some good spots, man. Like that's the one thing I noticed about those guys. Like, and even add Embiid in there, they are getting to the right spots. That's what I've noticed with Embiid in the last couple of years. I'm not sure if he was doing that before that, but that area, by the free throw line, around that area where when they catch the ball there,
right,
it's gonna be hard to stop you. All they gotta do is really like give you a jab, and there's two people I've seen like guard that really well, and that's Bam and Al Horford. I haven't seen nobody else just guard that consistently. Like anybody else, you get them in the spots and you can shoot it from right there, and you can drive. Obviously, it's gonna be very tough to stop that. Giannis, get to them spots, man.
Facts.
Get to those spots, bro.
Yeah. If Giannis knew the spot, if Giannis knew the spots to get to,
pay attention to that spots, man.
Yeah, facts. And Dave Elite. If Dave Elite knew the spots to get to,
right, definitely,
he gonna get a dub today. I ain't gonna lie, one dub. If he knew the spots to get to, because he can shoot over guys. His shot is so nice.
Yeah,
we're very excited about this game today. But to close out the last segment, I believe Wemby's gonna be very good. He needs to get some muscle on him. He needs to get some strength on him.
Do your push-ups.
Do your push-ups. Get in that weight room. Get in the real weight room. Not all this. Yes, it's good to be have agility and to get more speed and all that, to be flexible and things like that. But you also have to build muscle. You have to be able to go pound for pound with these big guys. They're gonna come at Wemby. Guys are gonna come at Wemby because they know if they get a stop on him, that's a highlight. The more highlights you get in the NBA, the more you're gonna be worth. So they're gonna come at Wemby, and he has to get in that weight room to make sure that he's able to take those hits, and especially in the playoffs too. When you get to the playoffs, it gets more physical.
Man, as soon as you said highlights and talking about Wemby, first person I think of is Ja Morant trying to dunk on Wemby on the fast break. Hey, man, I hope it goes through, but
Ja Morant's
I'll be ready for that.
Ja Morant's for sure going to try to put Wemby in the rim.
They play 4 times.
For sure.
They play 4 times.
I won't even think about a gun if you do that. Do that, Ja. Put him in the rim, bro. We'll eliminate everything that just happened in the past 2 months. We ain't going to worry about
I'm ready
that.
for that, man. I know Ja want that, man. You could tell he just be wanting to yam on people, man. He trying to make sure his kids still hearing about that once they get in high school. Like, I remember your dad dunked on.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, man. He be trying to catch them bodies.
Yeah,
he's 6'1" too, man. Dude's like,
he only 6'1"?
Dude's he not? I think Ja
There's
Morant like
no
6'1",
way
6'2",
he's
bro.
6.
All I know is he
crazy.
jumping out the gym and he not 6'4".
6'2" is crazy too. I'm not gonna lie, he might be 6'2".
But it's not just dunking too, man. He get to his right spots too, man. I love his floater game. He's 6'2".
6'2", yeah.
Yeah, so
Fact check, Cozy fact checking for us. Shout out to Cozy behind the cam, you heard?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
6'2", man.
Yeah.
That is impressive, man. I don't care where the league's going. They're going to always need a Ja Morant. Me and Ja Morant noticed the same thing, and other people do too. NBA's top 100 players of the year. Guess who's number 1?
Ja.
Ja Morant. They need you, Ja.
Do we really want to get in this conversation right now? Because I get, look,
they
man.
They need Ja. I don't care what nobody say. I don't know if the NBA...
They need Ja. They need Ja.
I can humbly say that the Grizzlies need Ja Morant. That's humbly speaking.
The Grizzlies need Ja and the NBA need Ja.
We need you, Ja.
But Ja just gotta do what he's supposed to do, bro. He just gotta stay off Instagram Live, bro. Stay off Instagram Live.
Stop going live.
Stop going live. And
oh man.
Bro, just have parties at your house, bro. Make everybody put their phones up at the door. That's it.
Hey, man.
And, bro,
keep it exclusive, man.
Yeah,
we don't all need to see that, bro. It would be cooler if you're doing that.
I don't even care about what you do off basketball court, bro.
That's why I rock with him on the court.
Do more podcasts. Just go talk. No, should he talk?
I don't know, but I rock with you on the court though, and keep doing what you're doing. Get that shot more sharp, man. they can't stop you already. I mean, just keep working on your game. And I love what he's doing on the court. I'm not gonna speak on what he's doing off the court, but I love to see court action.
Yeah, I wish he. I would like for him to develop a good pull-up jumper, and stop having to try to get to the force his way to the goal so much, because eventually
He's
that's
damn
not
good
gonna,
at it though.
He's very good at it, which is good to have that in your bag. He's a master at it actually, but it's good to be a master at that. Now go master something else. Master the floater, which it looks like he's starting to master the floater. Now get a pull-up jumper and a three. Once you get those two things, you're more unpredictable, and the chances of him getting hurt off of somebody trying to block him because he keep coming to the rim and him getting hurt, that the chance of that happening goes down because you're able to pull up, float, three. Because bro, that playoffs against the Lakers, bro, he kept doing that, and it was a couple plays. I'm like, bro, is he trying to get hurt? Like, the way he was attacking the basket was scary, honestly, because he jumps very high, and when you're jumping high, you're not in control of how you fall. I mean, kind of you are in control of how you fall, but you know what I'm saying, like. You're jumping over somebody, you don't know what they're going to do. They could clip you on complete accident, on purpose. Yeah. Somebody else can be on the side.
I done hit my face a few times jumping high for just in the paint. Like, you could just be in the paint jumping and somebody trying to box you out while you jumping.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest concern for Ja Morant is him getting hurt.
Yeah.
Stay healthy out here.
Yeah, if he stay healthy and add that to his game, I ain't going to lie. He going to be deadly, bro. He's going to be deadly.
Yeah, you're going to have a long career, man. Just stay healthy. Make smart decisions.
So we're excited to see Wemby, excited to see what Ja Morant does. Despite everything, I'm not going to get into it, but I'm excited to see what Zion do this year, too. I'm always excited to see what Zion do. But now we know that you drink sodas and eat gumbo. So... we're going to always blame that. Every time you don't perform or you're getting hurt, we're going to blame the gumbo. We're going to blame the soda. And you did that to yourself, man. You got to... Zion's going to have to...
tighten up, man.
He got to tighten up. That's it. Bro, he don't need much. Because if he was having an MVP season last year before he got hurt. Straight up.
It's hard to remember, man.
I remember it. He cold, boy.
You always know that he going in, though. But... MVP, come on now.
No, he was in the MVP race for sure at that point.
Like 2 weeks?
January? No. From November to January, he was looking like he was top 3 in MVP, and they were number 1.
Hey, and man, that was a great run.
As soon as he left, they got all the way down like the 10th place. That just show you the impact he had, bro. They were looking great. Yep. They were looking really great.
They still looking good, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what the Pelicans got going on too. That's for sure. Zion is a freak athlete.
Freak athlete. You know? I could have said a joke there, but
yeah,
I'm gonna
me
leave
too.
that alone.
I'm just gonna leave it at. You're very athletic,
bro. Keep prospering. Keep getting millions. Hopefully, you get $1 billion.
And shoot, aim to learn, man. Just learn from the people in front of you, man. There's a lot of people in front of you. This the NBA, guys. Like, y'all should be learning every day from each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's tough to say.
Y'all play 2K too, though. So
that's tough to say. You are right. You're right. No, you 100% right. But it's just they get paid a lot of bread, bro. They get paid a lot of money, man.
That don't stop you from noticing. Why would you say that? You know?
Because a lot of people can't be told nothing.
Yeah. When
you're getting so much money.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Your championships will be very minimum, if any.
Yeah. You're right, though. Everything you're saying is right. One last thing before we wrap up. I'm hoping that the Rockets can go get Jaylen Brown. I wouldn't mind Draymond Green coming to the Rockets either.
Right, Rockets fan talking. Rockets fan.
James Harden coming to the Rockets. I
got open arms for you, James.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Take us back to the playoffs.
I'm not gonna lie. I would take James Harden back for the Rockets, and hopefully we can get. But I would like to get him either with Jaylen Brown or with Draymond Green, but with somebody else that's a veteran that's established in the league too. Him without them, we're not going to do nothing. I mean,
what is Draymond Green and James Harden's? What does that duo look like
for the Rockets?
Because James Harden is not an off-ball offense player, and Draymond thrives off his teammates being off-ball. You know what I mean? He throwing dimes like you don't see James Harden cutting. You know what I'm saying? It's been years.
I'll say this. The first game of the Boston Celtics versus the Sixers, James Harden almost put up 50 points. Okay, so we know he can still score. He also got another 40.
They didn't play in the playoffs.
Sixers versus the Celtics? The semifinals.
Okay.
Yeah, the first game one, everybody thought they was going to get whooped because Embiid wasn't playing.
When you say like James Harden dominating, I'm not thinking about playoffs. I'm thinking you talking about regular season automatically.
He has dominated in the regular
James,
season
I'm just looking at the patterns. You know, I look at trends for a living.
I'm just saying what I saw. Right, he's still capable of scoring a lot. He got 40 twice in the semifinals against the Celtics, and so with him coming to the Rockets, and we got Şengün, we got Jalen Green. I like KPJ, especially if he's coming off the bench or if he's going to play small forward. I like KPJ as a scorer, and he's a secondary facilitator. He should not be primary facilitator. Secondary, meaning he can get on the wing and get like a pick and roll or something, pick and pop. He could drive to the basket and kick it out to somebody that's open because the defense collapsed. I think he can get those type of he can make those type of plays. But James Harden with Jalen Green, KPJ, Şengün, Jabari Smith is nice. Right? Jabari Smith gonna be a hooper.
I think that would be the best thing that Draymond could bring is mentorship for a guy like Jabari.
He can bring mentorship is big. Draymond Green can bring that. But he will also encourage Jalen Green to be like Steph Curry and Clay, because Jalen Green has that capability of running off those off-ball screens. And boy, Jalen Green can do a lot with that. If Draymond Green schools him on that, and if he's in there, if Draymond Green is coming off the bench or he's starting, Ime Udoka played that style with the Celtics too, where they were passing the ball a lot. They were going off a lot of off-ball screens. Draymond Green and Ime Udoka would be able to pair up and help the young guys understand how to move on the off-ball screen, how to look for how to look for each other coming off the screen, when to cut, how easily you can cut to the basket, how easy you can just pass it and dump it right back to a person. Just understanding the nuances of the game, they're going to help him with that. And I think Draymond Green, it would offset the stagnant type of basketball that James Harden wants to play. I think he'll help not keep it that way. You know what I'm saying?
There'll be more options.
It'll be more options. And I think James Harden would peep and be like, this is different. But as long as I'm the point guard, as long as James Harden the point guard, he's happy.
Right.
And he back in Houston. That's what he ultimately wants anyway. So
I think it'll be very beneficial as well if KPJ, if he accepted a 6-man role, man, that would be great. But I just don't see KPJ. I feel like he would see that as settling.
Well, we don't know. We're making an assumption.
I'm making an assumption.
We're making an assumption. But if he accepts the 6-man role, though, that's very big for the Rockets.
Yeah.
Super big. You got 20 points per game coming off the bench.
Yeah. Yep. And he would be more encouraged to score. That's for sure.
Facts. We're not asking for you to pass at that point.
Yeah,
you can go get your shit off.
Yeah.
Go get your shit off.
That would be interesting to see. For sure,
I got the Rockets in the play-in. If we get James Harden next year, we're gonna be in the play-in for sure. If we get Jaylen Brown and James Harden, we're gonna be a contender.
For sure, if we get them, definitely.
Oh, so you agree with me? James Harden and Jaylen Brown makes us a contender next year?
Hell yeah, Jaylen Brown, man.
Jaylen Brown, please, this offseason, please, work on going left, man. They got you now. You on 4K with it, bro. I didn't know last year, but now it's obvious for everybody.
I haven't seen enough to say that this man can't go left, man. I can't believe that.
I've seen enough.
Jalen,
there's
no way you can't go left.
maybe in the regular season he can. The playoffs, then they put that pressure on him, boy. He was having a lot of problems going left. So if he's a hard worker like I think he is, or it seems like he is, and he gets that, hey, bro, that's probably the only thing that's separating you and Jason Tatum. Once you learn how to go left real good, you probably surpass Jason Tatum down there. Not saying that's his only goal, obviously, but I mean, there's still the debate who's better out of Tatum and Brown. And I got Tatum. But if Brown is able to get elite, well, not elite, but just being able to do what he can do right hand on the left hand, that's probably going to be what creates the separation between him and Tatum.
Yeah, man. If Jaylen Brown were to come to the Rockets, you will see me at the Rockets game very often, man. And if they somehow able to keep Jalen Green and KPJ, like that sound too good to be true. That's a lot of guards.
That's a lot of
too.
weapons. That's a lot of
guards though too.
And Josh Christopher. Josh Christopher is a hooper, bro.
He's a hooper, but organizations are gonna sleep on him. They look like they sleeping on him.
Okay, what would be a good team for Josh Christopher to go to where he can shine and do what he's supposed to do? The way it's looking like the Heat. To me, the Heat. I think the Heat need somebody who can. They're always looking like they need somebody who can also score. Like, oh, you can score too. Okay, come on. As long as you don't ball hog. He could take Victor Oladipo's role.
Could you see him on the Suns instead of CP?
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Oh, Josh Christopher on the Suns.
I think that would be a good fit. Be around guys like D-Book and KD. Oh, man.
Yeah, I like the way he plays and the way that the Rockets did him dirty this season. I want to see him win because they did him dirty this season.
Yeah, that wasn't right. Yeah. That ain't right.
Yeah, they're not right for that. So, I think Josh Christopher on the Suns would be good. Shoot, I think him going to the Spurs.
Yeah.
I think him going to the Spurs and going with Wembanyama. Wembanyama's used to the European game, bro. He likes to pass it. He understands the team. That's another factor. The Spurs are used to that. Wemby is used to that. Hey, man, let them get some weapons. Let them get some weapons.
It's going to be exciting to see, that's for sure. San Antonio ain't too far. I'll pull up. I'll pull up San Antonio. I mean,
I'm looking forward to that.
I don't rock with y'all, but I'm definitely interested in seeing what's up.
Yeah, I go to the Riverwalk. But yeah, man, that's gonna be it for the first episode of King of the Court Global. Thank you guys for joining us. This has been a great first episode. Tune in for the next episode very soon.
Yep. Feel free to contact us, DM us. Get at our email, send us a nice message, KOTC Global at Gmail.
All right, like and subscribe. Y'all have a good one. Thank you.